toughest one in the section. Fit the runner, boy, you nigga, no question. You will run a motherfucker high stepping. Hey, you never had a big enough weapon. Motherfucker never learned your lesson. I'm a 88 pack nigga, woof. I'm a 88 pack nigga, woof. I mean, day walker, drink blood, fangs out, full moon, motherfucker change like a hoe, nigga. I'm just a nigga from the hood trying to stack a little cheddar for the money.
Yeah, buddy. Yeah, buddy. Lightweight. Lightweight, baby. Time to bleed. Drew Titan Bronx on deck. Shout out to the mighty LDBC. On this Wednesday, November 19th. I need all my military personnel to pull up, especially if you saw active combat, because this is going to be a good one. This is going to be a good one. Yeah. Once again, I'm going to expose the hatred, the malice, the BS that comes along with this sport, and how unfair and one-sided these fighters that we have actually watched I'm gonna expose their their malice. I'm gonna expose it. I'm gonna expose it. Their jealousy. I'm going to expose it. Yes, sir. So let's do this roll call real quick. Remember, I need my military personnel to pull up, especially if you saw live combat, because you can tell us a lot about PTSD. I know a lot of military that saw combat, that have lost limbs. They can tell me a lot about PTSD. In fact, I've never seen it on that level until they came home, if they came home. Because I had some friends that went over there and fought for our country and didn't make it. Yep. So I don't play with this word. I really don't. But we're going to talk about it because, you know, people throw this word around boxing like, well, as of late, they throw it around boxing like how you sleep with a smut on the first night. You tell her that you love her. You don't understand that term. Ladies, when you meet that dude and you say, oh man, he's a great guy. No, you don't mean that. He's not a great guy. You just met him like 3 weeks ago. You still getting to know him. You don't know if he's a great guy. Stop using words out of context. But you know what? PTSD, you don't use it out of context. You use it to degrade. Get what you put out, though. Because what it is that you're wishing that on a certain fighter. Let's do this roll call real quick. G. McCall, Lost from the Jungle. Jim Diamond, Sam Mack, Rod Neal, Mark Hairston, Columbia, True Boxing Night, Foreign Sniper, the Brothers UK. By the way, salute to you, brothers. By the way, new Patreon video is up. Y'all go have a look-see. Because I definitely couldn't put this on YouTube. But on Patreon, yeah, I'm free to do what I want, when I want, how I want. Y'all can't stop me. Rick Blackwell, Freedom's March, Foreign Sniper, Del Riv, my brother Ratchet since 91, Rashard Livingston, Jersey Friedman, Snoop, what up, Snoop? 704 Joe, Terrence Bailey, he said, oh yeah, whoa, you all right? Oh boy, you good, brother? You had an accident, jeez. Goodness, I hope you're all right, bro. Text my line later after the show, bro. I rock, my brother, Ramel Lane. Those two brothers, those are my two brothers. I rock on the mic with Terrence Bailey, military. Ramel Lane, ATX, Brandon Shamar. The Queen Convos with Cam. Salute. Go subscribe to my sister right here. She says, praying you had a wonderful birthday, Drew. Peace and blessings to you always. Thank you so much, Queen. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you so much. I appreciate you. And mommy Shaquilla, salute to y'all. I appreciate everything you guys do. I appreciate the support. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Cam played the piano. Did y'all know that? The Queen is very talented. Yes, ma'am. Shaolan, salute. Coach Hudson, military. Thank you so much, good brother. Freedom's March, military. Thank you, guys. Thank you. Mr. Cell Block. Dow Big G, HMC, Abdul, what up? There go Shaquilla, salute, Queen. Yeah. Look at this. You see that? So when they flinging this PTSD around boxing, now we gonna cook. We gonna cook. We are gonna cook. We're gonna cook on that. See, so when they just throwing that word around in boxing, I'm gonna ask y'all, especially the big mouths that have been talking this shit. The big mouths. We're gonna get to it. Jalen Hudson, MXC, salute. Louis Hinton. Thomas, what's good? Toby, what's going on? Andrew Gray, the Village Brother. Tay, good morning. Prince Savage. Lamont. Royal Constrictor. Jersey Friedman. Let's cook. All right. What is PTSD? And I want the Devin Haney haters, pull up. Pull up. Pull up and stand on it. I dare you. Pull up and stand on it, because you know my memes every morning, they tell a story, right? Now, I hope y'all are watching. See, some Devin Haney haters, they're not going to know who some of these guys are. They don't even know about this slide right here, where I have Sugar Ray Leonard pointing to his right eye. The right one. The right one. Corner girl, salute. I did. Thank you so much, Queen. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. Y'all don't even know why I got Sugar Ray pointing at his right eye. Are y'all reading it? But let's talk about PTSD. Let's talk about it. Sugar Ray says, I had one good eye and I still fought. And he points to the right eye. So Haney haters, pull up. Pull up. Because you know all about PTSD. I love it when these clowns, they hear certain retired pros or trainers or active fighters say, no, Devin got that PTSD. I don't know. He's scared to get hit. What's PTSD? Let's define it. PTSD, or post-traumatic stress disorder. I shouldn't have said that. I shouldn't have said it because a lot of people don't even know what it means. It's an acronym. They're probably spelling it PEETEEESDEE. PTSD. PTSD. Right. You niglet. But what it is, it's an acronym, post-traumatic stress disorder. It's a mental health condition that can develop after experiencing or witnessing a traumatic event. That's what it is. Symptoms are grouped into 4 main categories. Re-experiencing the trauma, like flashbacks and nightmares. Avoiding reminders of the event. Negative changes in mood or thinking, like persistent negative thoughts and feeling detached. And increased arousal and reactivity, such as being easily startled or having angry outbursts. If Devin had PTSD, the motherfucker would have retired. He got money. And after the Ryan robbery, he'd have packed it up right there and said, hey, I'm done with this. Can I ask y'all a question? When was the last time you saw Anthony Durrell? When was the last time you saw Anthony Durrell in a boxing ring? Go ahead. Tell me. When was the last time you saw Anthony Durrell in a boxing ring? I'll give you a hint. I was there. If you follow me on Instagram, I did a little video. D, what up? Prince Savage, what up? Main Biker, what up? Oh, yeah. This was the last time I saw Anthony Durrell. It was in Brooklyn. And he went to sleep by Caleb Plant, who they say Caleb Plant is not a puncher. And he slapped them badly. St. Louis, salute. And Caleb did the he did the shovel in the grave while he was asleep, curled up. Man, you know how they fall on Family Guy? How the character falls on the floor and their leg be all bent up? That was Anthony on the floor. I'm not clowning. I'm telling you what happened. I'm telling you what happened. Am I lying? I said, oh, shit. I ain't see that coming. And Deontay put Robert Helenius right next to him in the grave that night. He had 2 graves. That's why I have him in the meme looking at Anthony. And that was the last time we saw Anthony Durrell. So let me ask you a question. Did he announce his retirement? And if he did, does he have PTSD? Has anyone ever asked him? The last time I saw this man in the ring, he got slept. That's what happened. That's what happened. Does he have PTSD? If he fights again, did anyone tell him to get it back in blood? Asking for a friend. Asking for a friend. Get it back in blood, huh? Did that apply? Aaron, salute. He said, Sam Max said the dog got neutered that night. He damn sure did. And I didn't expect it. I didn't expect it. I didn't. That was a 50-50 fight. Caleb threw a shot to the body and then brought it up top, and bing, it was perfect. But, you know, as a sidebar, I don't know. He was trained by Sugar Hill. Whoa! Go! Well, let's move on from that. Because he's one of the dudes talking about Devin got PTSD. You got slept by a dude that's not labeled as a power puncher. And we haven't seen you since. I'm on your box rack now and it says you're inactive. Do you have PTSD? Are you over that? Because he was in the ring talking shit to Caleb, clowning. When the bell rang, he ran back to the corner, like clowning him, talking about, yo, why you running? I think that next round he slept you. Do you have PTSD? That's a real question. I'm not clowning Anthony. I'm asking the question. Do you think he has PTSD? He ain't that old. He had above average skill. Tama Brown says, does Errol Spence suffer from PTSD? We haven't seen him too. I don't know. Y'all said he had PTSD from flipping his car. He got in the ring and fought Danny Garcia. I said, bad idea, man, not Danny. Get a warm-up, Errol. He went in there and beat up Danny. So, you know, Tom, you tell me, does Errol have PTSD? The man flipped his car and beat up Danny Garcia. Him not being in the ring, I think that had a lot to do with the PBC and the Saudis and Al Heyman not having enough money to pay him. He was about to hop in the ring with Fundora. I think that's more business. But does he have PTSD after Bud? I don't know. I'm not going to say that. I don't say any fighter has PTSD until I see them after the loss. So I don't know, but I doubt it. You survived a car wreck where he was supposed to be broken. You were supposed to be broken. Copper, salute. A Wavy, salute. Kendall. I think Errol took the loss very well. But I thought I personally believe the business took him out. But, you know, whatever. We'll see him in his next fight. Roy Jones is helping him out, and we're going to see how that works out. So, I don't know. Main biker in that super chat salute, he said Darrell did the Uma Thurman punch to get out the grave. Yeah, exactly. He did the Kill Bill. Remember when she was locked up? He had to dig out that grave, and he got out that grave, and he ain't been in the boxing ring since. Is that PTSD? Because that was a violent knockout. That was a violent knockout. Terrence says Broner after Maidana. Yeah, I firmly think that, you know, Broner got gun shy after that. But I think Maidana cheated him. And the only reason why I say that was because Robert actually told on himself. When they were doing the glove selection versus Maidana, Floyd versus Maidana, and Floyd grabbed the gloves and said, yo, man, ain't no padding in these gloves. What are you talking about? And Robert said, no padding? Those are the same ones we used versus Broner. What do you mean? I was like, oh, shit. Wait a minute. No padding. And I always knew who Maidana was. He was a dog, but when he hit, when Chino hit Adrian, I never seen Adrian get flushed like that. I said, whoa, what? And AB wasn't the same after that. I think he was getting hit with tainted gloves. And ever since then, he was gun shy, but he told on himself. He said, those are the ones we use at Broner. We was like, what? Whoa, wait. You really said that? Out loud? These motherfuckers be saying the quiet part out loud. He should have remained silent and said, well, I don't know. The company makes those. I don't know, man. I picked them. The company made them. You say ain't no pattern in it? Let's choose some more gloves. That's what he should have said. He said out loud, oh, those are the ones we use at Broner. I was like, oh, wait, whoa, what? What'd you say? Then I went back to the Broner fight. I said, look at his face after Chino hit him. Look at his face. Hell no. That boy got cheated, and that changed his career. So, you know, if you want to put Broner in there for PTSD, you can say that. Stop letting his hands go and everything. You can suspect that. Felix, what up? Brandon, what up? Shamar, salute. But that was the last time we saw Anthony the Dog Darrell. So does that make him an expert on PTSD? What about his brother, Andre Darrell? Andre only got 3 losses. I think he was stopped, once? Yeah, I think he was stopped once. Don't remember, but check this out, man. He lost to James DeGale, right? And he lost to Carl Froch. He got a thing about losing against Brits. Shout out to him. But there's a fight that he won against a man I have staring at him in this meme. See, a lot of uneducated boxing fanatics, they don't even know who Arthur Abraham is, and they don't even know where he's from. You know, that's why I'm telling all the Devin Haney haters, pull up, because I got that education for you this morning. I'm with the shits this morning. All right? Yo, Thomas, I'm not even gonna give him that. I'm not even gonna give him that. I'm not even gonna give him that. I'm not gonna give him that. They met in the Super 6. That middleweight tournament. We need more of those, by the way. Exactly, Aaron. Exactly. Thomas, that's why I'm not giving him that. Exactly. Exactly. So what happened was Andre Dirrell was winning the fight, and Arthur Abraham had to turn up on his ass. Right? And he went out. He went out and was like, you know what? They was like, yo, you losing, man. You got to go out there, you know. And he went out there and he started dropping bombs on Andre. Andre, I think he went to a knee and Arthur hit him. Right? So Dill Spoolie, salute, right? So he hit him. And at first he looked all right. Then he said, wait a minute, he hit me when I was on the knee? This nigga laid down and started rolling his eyes. And I'm watching it like, oh, Andre, don't do this. And I'm like, oh, shit. I was like, wait a minute, bro. Wait a minute. Wait. You was fine 2 seconds ago. You remember when Roy Jones got robbed? When he was fighting, Toby, what up? He was fighting. When he was fighting, what's his name? And Roy hit him on the floor, and he looked and said, yo, why you? And then he thought about it. He said, wait a minute. And then he laid down. I was like, nah, man, get up, man. Don't do it. Montel Griffin, you remember that? I was like, oh, bro, that's a loss on Roy. And that's a prime Roy when he was Superman. You remember that? I said, oh, and Roy beat the shit out of him in the rematch. You remember that? I was like, oh, don't do that, bro. So Andre Dirrell got possessed by the same demon that Montel Griffin got possessed. You know what's bad about Montel Griffin? I used to get Jet magazine in the mail, right? And they had an article of Montel Griffin, and he had the waves in his hand with the lineup, and he's taking this picture with Roy's belt. And I'm looking at it like, yo, bro, you didn't even win. You didn't win it for real, bro. Roy got DQ'd. Roy got DQ'd, and he was walking around, and I beat Roy, and he did say something in that article that I read. Either I'm going to beat you in the rematch. I'm like, all right, we'll see. Roy smoked him. Smoked him. I had Montel Griffin on my show. Y'all got to dig in the archives. You put his name in the search engine. That was one of the first guests that my brother Trick Nolte grabbed for us, and salute to him. Main biker in that super chat, he said Sugar Hill have PTSD after do-rag tank top interview. He does. Because we damn sure was in the same vicinity. We was in Nonito's after Bud and Errol. Nonito was I think it was the co-main event. Well, he fought on that card. We was up at the penthouse, and me and BFTB was up there. There was a lot of people up there. Jesse Vargas was up there. A lot of people was up there. And to Sugar Hill, he came up with some coked up white woman. Now, I'm not kidding. BF was there. This chick would not stop talking. Her eyes was completely dilated. You could see all of her pupil. And I'm like, oh shit, look at that. And that was Sugar Hill's party for the night. She would not stop talking. She shook everyone's hands like 5 times. It was crazy. I said, what the fuck? Oh my God. Dude better be careful. Better be careful. Wake up Sunday morning and he raped me. One of those situations. Better be real careful, bro. Better be real careful. He'd be real careful. And yeah. He knew who I was. I looked him right in the face. I ain't saying that he looked away. He looked at BF, looked away. I can coexist in the same room. I just don't fuck with him. It's all right. Anyway. Oh my God. KG in the building, salute. Shop Usual Suspects, my brothers, salute. Shout out to Jake Paul. Hell yeah. Big Tim, salute. So Andre gave Arthur Abraham the Montel Griffin treatment. And if you go back, the fight's on YouTube. If you go back and listen to him when they picking him up off the floor, he starts crying. Who said I quit? I said, everybody in the fucking arena, everybody at home watching this is a little embarrassing, bro. But he got the dub because he was winning the fight. He was winning the fight. But Arthur started to turn up on his ass and started landing bombs. And he ducked out of there. Now, he didn't win the Super Six. Andre Ward won the Super Six. Right? But he went on to have a string of wins after that until he got to James DeGill. I think he was, yeah, it says he was down twice in the second round. Right? And he went on to fight Jose Uzcategui. Y'all know who that is. He fought him twice, got the dub, but he was DQ'd. He hit Darrell after the bell. I remember that. Then they rematched, and Jose beat him. He won 3 fights after that against no one really cares, and we haven't seen him since. But I want to go back to the Arthur Abraham fight. The way it ended. Did anyone say he had PTSD? A lot of fighters will continue to fight and say, hey, man, this one fight right here changed my life, though. Yeah. Oh, man, biker. Yep. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, the uncle winning. Yeah, I remember. Yeah, I remember that. I remember all of that. You right. Yep. Nobody said that these brothers had PTSD. But you know what I do remember Anthony Darrell saying? Wilder Fury 2. Do you remember when he called up Fred's show and said he was one of the reasons why the towel was thrown in or something like that? Do y'all remember that? He's one of the big mouths. Yeah, Wilder ain't gonna be the same after that. He's one of the big mouths. He ain't gonna be the same after that. These knuckle draggers be so quick to put a label on somebody. As if we didn't watch your goddamn career. Thank you for bringing that up, main biker. Miguel Cotto got his ass destroyed versus Margarito. I watched it. I thought I was watching a classic boxer versus a boxer puncher. And the puncher won. Now, Margarito's not even a boxer, he's just a puncher. The puncher won. And I said, man, applaud both these men. Classic Puerto Rico versus Mexico. And I said, man, we looking at a classic. And I didn't realize until later, like everyone else, that this motherfucker cheated. He cheated Cotto. He tried to kill him. Got him spitting out gallons of blood in front of his family, his kids and wife crying, man. That was sad. And at first, I was like, hey, man, leave the family at home. It's boxing. And then when I found out Margarito cheated, I said, wait a minute. He tried to execute that man in front of his Nah. Cotto didn't have PTSD. When he figured out what was going on, he said, nah, I got to get that back. That's what he said. And I wanted that for him, and he got it. When he beat Margarito's ass, look at the end of that fight. When he bust up his eye again after Pacquiao busted up. He bust that eye up again and then stared him down. Man, I was pounding on my chest. I was like, yes, that's how you do it. What do you mean PTSD? Miguel Cotto ain't built like that. What's that? PTSD. That man cheated me? Run it. Run it. Because you remember, the rematch didn't happen right away. Margarito got caught trying to kill Shane Mosley. He got caught. The fight happened. He got knocked out. And then he got booted out his career. He didn't get deported. But they said, you can't fight in America no more. They suspended his license. He had to go fight in Mexico. Here's what y'all might not know. Some of you know, but it bears repeating. Antonio Margarito's American, y'all. He was born in, I think he was born in L.A. But his family, his parents were born in Mexico. They had him here. He has a birth certificate, and then they went back to Mexico. That's why he don't speak English. But he was born on American soil. He's American. He can get deported from Mexico. Did y'all know that? Look it up. He's American. How's that? But he had to go fight in Mexico. Bob Arum pulled some strings. Got him the Pacquiao fight in Dallas, I think. And Pacquiao bust his face up. Then when his eye healed up, they ran it with Cotto, and Cotto bust his eye up again. Nobody said that Miguel Cotto had PTSD. Everybody said, nah, run that back. Because Miguel Cotto's a fucking warrior. That's why. That's why. Questions, comments, bitches, moans. I want the Devin Haney haters to pull up. This is an education. Does Sean Porter have PTSD? The last time we saw him, he was licking the canvas after Bud whooped his ass. He was punching the canvas more than he was punching on Bud. He got stopped, and he said, you know what? I'm done. Did anyone say, hey, man, yeah, I know Bud, man, that motherfucker gave you some PTSD. He retired. That was his last fight, was it not? I think we're real selective now, right? Abdul, what up? How about Manny Pacquiao? Let's talk about that right fast. He got slept badly by Juan Manuel Marquez. As soon as he woke up 3 days later, his fan says, run a fifth fight. Manny's fine. Nobody said anything about PTSD. You know why? Because in Manny's defense, I need y'all to listen to what I'm about to say. Shogun, Aliko, salute. I need you to say, I need you to understand. Why y'all acting like Manny Pacquiao ain't been knocked out before? He was stopped twice before that. The man ain't got PTSD. He been stopped twice. 3 times. Skinny Hussein knocked him out, but, you know, he got robbed in Manila. Lambro, salute. So Manny don't know what PTSD is. It's just a part of boxing with him. You win some, you lose some, but he's won more than he's lost. That's just it. So what are we talking about? And he said he'd take a 5th fight. Bob Arum was like, nah, no, you won't. Not on my watch. Enough's enough. Never say anything about no PTSD with Manny Pacquiao. So let me go back to the Darrell brothers. Anthony, I think it was Anthony. I don't think it was Andre. I think it was Anthony talking about, yeah, I told Mark Breland to throw the towel in. I'm like, nigga, who the fuck are you to man? Shut up. These motherfuckers are always good to saying what a fighter's feeling. They don't even know them. And no, I'm not listening to you just because you've been in there. That's about as far as the respect for you goes. But that don't mean you right. This is what you choose to do for a living. Now, y'all call it gunshine PTSD. I call it being smart. Devin Haney got out that last fight with Ramirez unscathed. He pitched a shutout. Ramirez is the only person that looked like he had a fight that night. Wasn't his ribs all broke up? His hair was all lopsided and shit, and face all marked up. He left in an ambulance. Devin walked up the block and went to the after party. I was there. What you mean PTSD? He pitched a shutout because the assignment was to get to the Ryan Garcia rematch. And I got fighters talking about PTSD? No, you motherfuckers want them to have PTSD. When Ricky Hatton got flatlined by Manny Pacquiao, that was one of the most violent knockouts you could ever see. When he woke up, did anybody say that he had PTSD? Did anybody say that? When he woke up off the floor and fought Juan Lascano, the Hispanic causing havoc. Remember him? Juan almost knocked him out with the same left hook that Manny caught him with. No. He almost knocked him out with the same check left that Floyd caught him with. Near the end of the fight. Nobody said Ricky Hatton had PTSD. Yeah, Copper, I'm not kidding. Ramirez went to the hospital. Devin went to the after party. It was just up the block. Dead serious. Black Martial Arts Society, salute. Main Bike in that super chat, he says, while the right hands made Fury happy for Usyk's lefts. Exactly. Nobody says Fury got PTSD. Nobody ever says Anthony Joshua has PTSD. Why? Because they want to sleep with him. So I don't know what the Durrells are talking about. Did Andre have PTSD when he got up off the floor and literally, he solidified his victory because he was winning, but Arthur was on his ass and dropped him. But he got a little too overzealous and hit him when he was on the floor. He did. But you know what? I can show you better than I can tell you. Let me see. Arthur Abraham versus Andre Durrell. Let me see. Arthur Abraham versus Andre Durrell. Let me see. This was crazy. We go to the last round. I'm gonna show y'all some shit right now. PTSD, right? Young Abel in that super chat salute. He says, look what happened to Meldrick Taylor after Chavez Sr. twice and Terry Norris. He never was the same. Both Durrell brothers are dumb and stupid. Yeah, I don't respect them, bro. I don't respect them. Sometimes these dudes, they just be talking. Now this is like the last round. I'm gonna keep the audio off. Now he's turned up on him. Look at this. Look, y'all. Look. Now Durrell's up. Look. All right, that's the punch right there. He slipped. I promise you he's acting. Bullshit. Bullshit. He's been hit harder.
One knee. I said no. Fight's over. His eyes were closed before he hit the canvas. Yes. Let's get it up to our ring announcer, Jimmy Lennon Jr.
Full of shit. He thought about it and said, oh, nah, let me lay down. Look, he looked up first. Stop, bro. That's the angle. I said, wait a minute, bro. Wait a minute. Wait a goddamn minute. Stop, bro. Stop. Be safe than sorry. I get it.
We have the time of 1 minute, 13 seconds into round number 11.
Man, shut up, man. Shut up. I'm not giving it to him. No. Hell no. It wasn't until I saw that angle in slow motion, I said, wait a minute. He thought about it and said, ooh, whoa. Hold on. And he advanced in the tournament. Exactly, Shogun. He thought about it and said, you know what? I'll finish right here. I was up anyway. Main biker back in that super chat. He said, who said Rocky got PTSD after Mr. T clubbed him out? That's a great example, actually. But Rocky in that movie was scared. He was scared. But he got in there. He was scared. And he told Adrian, because I'm scared. For the first time in my life, I'm scared. That's what he told her. But he got in there. So all this shit they putting on Devin got in there. He looked fine to me. He looked absolutely fine. And what's enraging is that once these motherfuckers found out that Ryan cheated, y'all should have been looking at Ryan like how I was looking at Margarito when he cheated Miguel Cotto. Now, why is it that I could take that demeanor with Miguel Cotto when I found out that Margarito cheated? And I said, wait, that's not right. That's not right. You did that shit. That shit ain't right. But those same group of people don't extend Devin Haney the same courtesy. I smell BS. I still got to hear, oh, but we saw. Yeah, I saw a juiced up, overweight person fighting a guy that paid the price, made the weight, and was not on drugs. He took camp seriously. Ryan Garcia was in a club. Ryan Garcia was overweight. Ryan Garcia was on drugs. And then when he gets caught, you find out and magically when I'm explaining that to people, and then I say, yeah, on top of that, the racist thing is bullshit. What you mean racist thing? Oh, you didn't know? I want to resurrect George Floyd and delete him again and join the Ku Klux Klan. You didn't hear that? Oh, nah. Oh, you didn't hear it. Well, now I'm telling you. And you can look it up. Use Google for everything else. Look that up. He was all over Twitter with it. The fuck does George Floyd have to do with you taking drugs? That came from his heart. That's why I will never support that kid. Never. Car fire. Period. Exactly, Shogun. These cats have selective hearing, selective eyesight. What about Danny Garcia? What about him? PTSD? After Errol whooped his ass after the car accident. Did he have PTSD? Or did he come back and fight? I don't know if he did or he didn't. I'm just saying I never heard anyone say that he had it. He lost to Alexander Lara. He got stopped. I didn't think the effort was there. I said, well, I don't know what's up with him. Maybe he's over. He just fought at the Barclays. He won. But I didn't see the effort versus Lara. And Lara older than him, right? PTSD much? I never heard that used with him. Devin Haney was not stopped with Ryan. He kept getting up and walking forward. No one ever said he was a dog. As a matter of fact, my scorecards, because y'all keep seeing the fucking highlights, my scorecards, when the bell rang, I had it a draw. And everybody at press row had it a draw. But I said, I know where this is going, though. Because Ryan won the drama of the fight. I had it a draw. I think Champ's side had it a draw. There was like 3 dudes in press row. I said, how y'all got it? He was like, yo, draw. I was like, that's how I got it. But we all looked at each other like, yo, we know they're going to give it to Ryan because he knocked Devin down like 3 times. We knew it was going, but on my cards, I had it a draw. I'm glad you said that, Thomas, because when it's a fighter that the world loves, they'll say he has mental issues. In other words, feel sorry for him. When it comes to Devin Haney, he has PTSD. That's why he's fighting like a rabbit. He has PTSD. He'll never be the same again. He wanted that Ryan Garcia smoke like how Miguel Cotto wanted that Margarito smoke once, especially when he found out that he tried to kill him. Man, the tall guy don't even know what PTSD is. He just fought. Salute to him. You know what I'm saying? He didn't even know what that was. It's boxing, y'all. The fans pick and choose to put whatever label they choose to put on a fighter they hate or they love. Oh, he got mental issues. Give him time. Tank Davis got mental issues. Give him time. Let him work out his personal problems. Give him time. In the same breath, you say he grew up hard. He had a hard life. His hard life ain't give him PTSD because every time he fuck up in the street, you start talking about how hard he had it in his life growing up. You see what I mean? Y'all pick and choose. Devin got up off the floor all those times versus cheating ass Ryan Garcia. And after the fight, he says, yeah, I want to run it back. And then we find out he's cheating. Ryan is. Where the Haney haters at? Thank you, Stormy. Roy got knocked out by Antonio Tarver. Nobody put the PTSD label on him. He got violently knocked out by Glencoff Johnson. Nobody put the PTSD on him. Why? Why? Right. Does Amir Khan have PTSD? No. No. He knows his chin is suspect, but he got in there. He got in there. He'll get in there tomorrow. Main biker says, check my last text and see. What are you? Wait, which one? This one? Boxing World doesn't want Haney to get a rematch. Let's be honest. They want to one-up the blacks by Cheetah and an elite African-American boxer with no Sabo white Latino. No one pushing the rematch. Yeah, you know what it is? They don't want Devin to fight Ryan on an even playing field. You see it in advertisements. You see it in these chats. You understand? You see it in the chats. They just don't like Devin. They don't like Bill. And all I see is black excellence. Because you know what they're not going to be doing when they retire from the sport? They ain't going to be complaining about money. You understand? Yo, what? Who? Somebody was on BF's chat yesterday making excuses for Ryan and Tio? Oh, man. Ain't no saving some niggers. Sometimes you got to leave the knuckle draggers where they are. You got to leave the knuckle draggers where they are. You know, and barbed wire noose. Do the Lord's work. Barbed wire noose in the middle of West Virginia on the highest oak tree. May that be upon them. I don't make excuses for racism. I don't. If you're a non-black and I get enraged at you, the last thing on my mind is start calling you a Mexican whatever, or Puerto Rican whatever, or a Chinese whatever. That's the furthest thing from my mind. The first thing out my mouth is you mother effer. You son of a mother, you know, that. I don't attack your ethnicity. I see red. I see red. An asshole's an asshole's an asshole's an asshole. A lot of people, the first thing they do, you see it online. They're getting caught online now. I can't be a son of a bitch. You black son of a bitch? Really? Over a parking spot? Why I gotta be a black son of a bitch? I can't just be a son of a bitch? Damn. You're bad. Let me take your teeth from you. Make a pearl necklace. I'll take that. Boom. Let me get that. I need 4 of them. Right in the front. Those make some nice earrings. Boom, boom. 2 punches will do. Let me put your dentist in a new tax bracket, and you have a good day. 88 Sports talking that super chat salute. He says, Arturo Gatti got beat up by Mickey Ward and Floyd and several others, and they never said he had PTSD. They said he was a warrior, and he might have had CTE. And let me tell you, if Arturo Gatti was around today, he might have been talking funny. Dead serious. He got offended when you didn't punch him in the head. Salute 88 Sports Talk. Corbin, what up? Egalitarian, salute. Eric O, salute. Yes, sir. Let's talk about Gabe Rosado. Y'all ever looked at his box rec? Let me help y'all out. Y'all ain't gonna believe this. Because he was another dude talking shit about Devin. I don't understand. This motherfucker's 28 wins, 16 knockouts, right? 1 draw, 17 losses, and been knocked out 4 times. 17 losses. I never heard anyone say that Gabe has PTSD. Never heard it. This man fought Gennady Golovkin and got beat up. He got beat up. Triple G beat him up. His corner threw in the towel, if I'm not mistaken. He was getting beat up by Gennady Golovkin. Chris, what up? "17 losses, y'all. I never thought to put PTSD on him. You know why? He gets in there. So he's one of the people that says, oh, you know, Devin with PTSD. Man, shut up, man. Shut up. Shut up, bro. Shut up. Shut up. Just shut up, bro. You ought to be ashamed of yourself, man. And then when people check these dudes on it, all of a sudden they want to fight. Stormy says, we can say he doesn't know when to say when, though. Yeah. Yes. And when they get checked on their bullshit, all of a sudden they want to fight. Oh, fuck that. I'll fight you, Devin. Shut up, man. That's when I throw that bullshit at them that they throw around for every one of their favorite fighters. You know what I say? What have they done to earn a Devin Haney fight? The answer is nothing. Y'all forgot about that? Devin is a former undisputed champion, youngest one in the 4-belt era. Made history. He's going to Hall of Fame off of that alone. Went to 140. First fight at 140. Champion. Now he's going to 147. Dragon Fang, salute. I appreciate that. Going to 147. So while everyone's talking about how fucked up Devin is, all I see is the work. All I see is the work. I don't understand you niggas. Who the Goat says, what did Sugar Ray say? Nope, I have him there for a reason. I'm leaving that for last. I have him there for a reason. Because we're talking about PTSD. I have him there for a reason. Just give me a second. Gabe Rosado, main bike in that super chat, he says, Gabe Rosado's skin have PTSD. He bleed more than my girl. Bro, that guy started bleeding during an interview with a mic, and no one touched him. But salute the Gabe. Steve L, salute. Salute the Gabe. I just don't appreciate his position on this PTSD shit and what they say about Devin. Everyone talking shit about PTSD, they don't even know what it is or how it works. If Devin had PTSD, he'd have left the game. Like Anthony left the game. He got slept. He talked big time versus Caleb Plant. Plant slept him, and that was the end of it. Trill Will, salute. That's PTSD. We ain't seen him since. I never said Andre Durrell had PTSD. I thought he ducked out of the off the Abraham fight. I think that he laid there and bullshitted because he knew what was coming if he got up off that floor. So he took the punk's way out. That's what I feel. But I never said he had PTSD. So they could go ahead and eat those biscuits. Now let's go to the Desert Storm, Tim Bradley. Oh, you biscuit-eating milk dud head. I don't respect this guy. Hall of Fame or not. Fuck this dude. Oh, man. Devin Haney better be careful. Brian Norman's coming. Oh, yeah. Shut up, man. Eat your chicken, eat your Popeyes menu number 3, drink your lemonade, shut up. Because he's probably one of the biggest disappointments. PGH, salute. Tim Bradley. Do y'all remember? Oh, man, who was that he fought? Hold on a minute. Let me go find it. Because I could show you better than I could tell you. I could show you better than I could tell you. Do you remember when he fought Kendall Holt? Do y'all remember when he fought Kendall Holt? Kendall Holt caught him in an exchange, and he binged Tim Bradley, and Tim Bradley fell on his back, and his head bounced off the damn floor. I thought the fight was over. Tim got up and boxed Kendall Holt and won that fight convincingly. And I said, man, you know, I got to respect Tim, man. That was crazy. But if you ever saw that knockdown, y'all ever saw that knockdown? Hold on. I'm going to show it to y'all. Because he knocked him on his ass. Then they ain't just got, hold on. And salute to Kendall, because Kendall's my guy. But God damn it, I thought he killed Tim. I'm trying to find it. They got caught in an exchange, and Kendall hit him so bad, this dude fell on his back, and I said, oh, whoa. What the hell? Here it is. Look at this. Boop, boop. Tim got right up. His corner says, yo, get down, get back down on the knee. And get your bearings. Boop. I was like, oh, whoa, 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 hold on. All right. Tim got up, though. Tim got up. Salute to Tim. And he won that fight. You want to talk about PTSD, Tim? Clarence, what up, brother? Let's talk about some PTSD, Tim. Let's talk about it. You could have fought Floyd Mayweather, but you chose to sign with Top Rank in order to what? Get the Manny Pacquiao fight. And I said, oh boy, they done paid this dude to lay down. And I was so happy that you won that first fight and everyone got mad at you. And I said, man, F that, Tim won, I don't care. F that. Right? Remember that? And what happened, Tim? Tim Dog? Now I ain't even gonna put that. Rest in peace to Tim Dog from the Bronx. I can put that on Tim Dog. But what happened? Tim, you won the fight. And what happened to you, bro? Tell me what happened to you. You didn't get PTSD from the Manny Pacquiao fight. You got PTSD from his fans threatening your life and calling your wife a fat spick or whatever they were calling her. Remember that, Tim? Tim boy? Talking about your mixed kids, threatening your life. Remember that, Tim? Next fight, he fights a guy named Ruslan Provodnikov. That was it was a guy that they loved him on ESPN, and they were trying to make him an HBO fighter. He was from, Who Gives a Fuckistan over there. He was one of those Russians that look kind of Asian, and high impact fighter. Put him in there with Tim Bradley. I said, this should be easy. Tim gonna outbox this guy. And Tim went in there, toe to toe. Larry Reveals, I don't know who the hell you are. Watch your mouth, though. All right? Watch your mouth. Watch your mouth. You come in here talking, you know what's going to happen to you. You see you're surrounded by wrenches, right? So I don't know what the problem is. I don't know what you're doing. All right? I don't know who you are. But I'm on your channel right now, and you just made it. Oh, no, October 15th, 2017. You have no content. So I don't know who you are, but, Thank you, Clarence. He's a troll. He's a bot. So you already know what to do with those. So Jason Bourne, what up, brother? So he gets in the ring with Ruslan Provodnikov in a fight that he was supposed to showcase his superior IQ. And he goes toe-to-toe with this barbaric Neanderthal. Got Max Kellerman screaming, "What is Tim made of?" He's made of a bowl of dicks, because he had no business fighting Ruslan like that. And what was that about? That was about all those letters he was sent to his fucking house about his kids and his fat wife, whatever these racist ass, stupid ass packtards, how they were bullying him. I was like, yo, what the fuck? Why are you fighting like this? Now, mind you, y'all, he won the fight, but he almost got knocked out like 5 times in that fight. I'm watching that fight and I'm completely annoyed with it. And he got the win, but I'm disgusted. Let me take this moment to salute the Wrench Gang. Come on! Can't come in here talking crazy. I got too much firepower here, man. Shut up. Shut your filth. Anyway, this clown's in here. This clown's in the ring celebrating. I'm like, nah. People was up in arms like, oh my God, look at Bradley. I'm like, no. PTSD. You know what, Tim? And see, that's why I never respected what he said about Shakur. I never respected that. I was like, how Shakur is fighting is how Tim should have fought when he fought Ruslan Provodnikov. Fuck you, barbaric fans. I'm black. You don't like me anyway. My job is to win. My opponent's job is to stop me from doing what I'm doing. What am I doing? I'm boxing. Tim was so mad at a bunch of fucking emails and packages sent to his house that he went in there and almost killed himself after you just had the biggest win of your life against Manny. But it didn't stop there. It didn't stop there. You know what this biscuit-eating nigga did? Went in there with Manny Pacquiao 2 more times, and the apology was in the ring. When Manny knocked him down, he's rolling on the floor, doing somersaults and cartwheels and jumping jacks and sipping on watermelon, not water. He's sipping on watermelon juice in the corner. Tap dance to the ring in blackface. And he's already black as hell. He ain't do that. I'm just trolling right now. But fuck him anyway. I'm like, come on, bro. Man, he ain't hit you that hard. You rolling on the floor. Nah, man, we cool. We like brothers, man. Nah, it's okay, man. Nah. Man, shut up. You were supposed to beat him worse. And say, look what I did to your hero. He went on an apology tour. That's why he don't reserve the right to say anything about anybody, especially a black fighter. Then they put him on ESPN. How do you think Vasily Lomachenko is going to do against Jorge Linares? Because he's Vasily Lomachenko. Man, shut up! It was embarrassing. But you solidified your place in the Hall of Fame, I guess, right? Right, Tim? I guess it was worth it. And now you're on YouTube talking. You done slid up in my brother Champ Side's in his chat, and then you was on his panel talking crazy. Well, not talking crazy, but you were all off in your predictions and your ideology on the game, and you ain't been back since. And every time I see a clip of you, because I'm not subscribed to you, oh man, this one better watch out, and that one better watch out, and Devin Haney got PTSD, and this Devin Haney, man, shut up. How's Devin gonna look against Ramirez? He gotta be careful, because Ramirez couldn't throw a rock into the ocean, and he's in the middle of the Atlantic. Devin boxed his fucking face in. And what did you niggas say? He ran. Steel City, salute. That's what you niggas said. Poppy, what up? God damn it. Biscuit eating nigga. Was that nigga not eating biscuits on live TV? Was he eating chicken? Was that real? Did I really see that? Was Tim Bradley, wasn't that during the pandemic or something? Was he eating? He had a bib on. He had a bib on, and he was bro, was that real? That was real? He was really eating Popeyes on bro. Bro. I have no problem with his boxing career up to the Manny Pacquiao rematch. I have no problem. Up until that moment, it got progressively worse when he hung his gloves up. Now, let me ask y'all a question. Who's a better fighter? Juan Manuel Marquez or Ruslan Provodnikov? 100% is Juan Manuel Marquez. Juan Manuel Marquez is not only one of my favorite Mexican fighters, he's one of my favorite fighters of all time. Check the resume. He's one of my favorite fighters of all time. Bradley went in there and outboxed my guy, and I respected it. I said, that's the Tim Bradley I know. Where was this guy versus Provodnikov? And you know what Tim Bradley admitted? He said his head wasn't in the game because of all the death threats and trolling that the Pactards gave him. And that's why he went in there and fought a stupid fight versus Provodnikov. Is that not PTSD? You idiot. Stop putting your trauma on other fighters, because Devin ain't built like that. They made Devin the villain, and he's not even trying to be Floyd. They just put that on him. And he didn't even do anything. All I see is the work. He's done more than Tank. But you niggas love Tank and the tattoos and the hair. And then y'all look at Devin and say, Devin's trying to be Tank. I said, no. Devin has a father in his life.
What?
And you niggas don't. And that's why you hate him. You look at Bill and say, man, my dad never did that. Nigga, you don't even know who your dad is. All you know is your mama, your high-calorie fat mama. That's all you know. And you hate your daddy because of what that fat bitch told you about her with her fucking leaned over. She's rocking her wig like you wear a fitted cock to the side. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? Y'all saying Devin trying to be like Tank. Here's the deal. Tank could never be Devin if he even tried. Who got a better resume now? Who has more money now? So you can't talk about resume. You can't talk about money anymore. Time reveals all truth, does it not? Ain't that right, Tim? Does Tank Davis have PTSD in reference to Lamont Roach? Uh-oh. I mean, really think about it. This motherfucker was about to fight a heavyweight rather than Lamont Roach. Wait a minute. You ever thought about that? Y'all pick and choose who you want to throw these labels on. Email champion, PTSD, boring, pillow fist. Never heard anyone call Paulie Malignaggi pillow fist. And I'm looking at his KO ratio. I'm like, Look at Paulie Malignaggi's record. All the fighters I have him here in this meme, he lost to all of them. Sean Porter, Ricky Hatton, Miguel Cotto, Danny Garcia. He lost to all of them. Sean Porter whooped his ass so bad that when he went to the hospital, his fucking doctor said, "Hey, Paulie, what the fuck, Paulie? Like you got ran over by a Mack truck there. Hey, let's run this IV up your arm. Hey, Paulie, what the, hey, Paulie. What the fuck, Paulie? Hey, I'm just breaking your balls." The motherfucker got on social media and said, Sean Porter's on drugs. My doctor said it looked like I got hit by a truck. No, you got hit by an athletic, superior black man. That's what happened to you, you stupid ass. You got fucked up. That's what happened. Did you say that shit when Miguel Cotto did the same shit? Well, Miguel Cotto systematically bust your ass. Miguel Cotto systematically bust your ass, and your corner said, "Nah, Paulie, you ain't got it tonight." Sean Porter just steamrolled you. Danny Garcia systematically bust your ass. So you got two Boricuas that bust your ass. You got two of them. You got one African-American Negro, right, and a white Brit. Now, you were quiet about Danny. You were quiet about Miguel Cotto. You accused Sean Porter of using drugs. Ricky Hatton, you bought him a beer. Blue Moon to be exact. I remember that. Blue Moon. You respected that ass whooping. You were quiet on the Boricua ass whooping. But when the Negro ran you over, you accused him of drugs. And y'all wonder why I got a problem with Paulie? Just a little history. I'm not lying. Yes, sir. Oh, yeah, and I left AB off there. Yeah, you know, AB banged this chick. So, hell yeah, you got a problem with us. I know. I ain't got to lie on this dude. Has anybody ever said that he got PTSD in reference to boxing? I know he got PTSD when it comes to black people. You know the nigga crazy. You hate us, but I saw you rock cornrows, bro. But I'm going to tell you something. Paulie ain't got PTSD. He just got his face smashed in. He left the bare knuckle fight the other week looking like Frankenstein. I was going to do a video about it, but I said, nah, why? For what? Nobody cares about this dude. But y'all listen to him when he talks about fighters that you either like or don't like. Remember, he was beefing, "Oh, yeah, Devin, come fight me in bare knuckles." For what? You've done nothing. Why should Devin reduce himself to a bare knuckle fight against yo ass? First of all, he'll knock the shit out of you. That's number one. Number two, why? That would affect his brand. He will get no props for beating up Paulie Malignaggi. For what? I love it when these dudes be sitting on the couch with a Fugazi record, but everyone knows you for being a walking ass whooping, and now you want to fight the motherfuckers that are doing shit. Gabe Rosado. Gabe Rosado was so down bad that in the Creed movie, they made him play an Italian.
What?
You sure did. Ain't Gabe? Wait, hold on. Before I go anywhere, ain't Gabe Rosado Latino? Am I wrong on that, or is he Italian? Is Gabe Rosado Latino? Rosado, last I checked, that was a Latin last name. Am I wrong? I could be wrong. He's Puerto Rican. Well, in Creed, he was Italian. In Creed, they made him Italian. I said, sheesh. God damn. You know Paulie Malignaggi speaks fluent Spanish too? He speaks 3 languages. He speaks Italian. I'm sorry, he's Sicilian, y'all. Did y'all know that? Did y'all know Paulie Malignaggi is not Italian? He's Sicilian. Did you know that? You know how I know? Because he told me. He said, what about what your people did to my people? And I'm looking at it like, what the fuck is he talking about? What is he talking about? I'm thinking he was going to say something about during the riots, what you call it? The Yusef Hawkins riots in Brooklyn. You know, maybe some black cats ran up in there and started beating up Italians that didn't make the news. I thought he was going to say that. No, he was talking about how the Moors, he said how when the people came, he said the people came from Africa and populated Sicily. I said, oh, you mean the Moors? I said, well, how many white people did we leave Sicily with? No, we came there and made camp, showed you how to wash your ass, and then the term tall, dark, and handsome came about because your women loved us. And that's why when the sun hits you, you get a good tan because you got black in you. Which is why you love everything about our culture and everything that we create. But you look more European with that big beak. And according to AB's girl that y'all were fighting over, you fell short in the penis department.
And you, sir, are you waiting to receive my limp penis?
That's what happened. So that's where the jealousy comes from. We got off those boats and those women saw our junks hitting us in the knees, side to side. They was like, whoa, what's that about? That's not a penis. That is a mighty trunk from an elephant. And they didn't even know what the fuck an elephant was. Hey, guess what? I got Sicilian friends too. Did you know part of the reason why a lot of Italians don't fuck with Sicilians is because they know about the Moors populating that area of Sicily? Because the Africans came over there and did so much fucking. Not rape. Not rape. When we got on the boats and went back to Africa, we didn't kidnap anybody and go back to Africa. We just left. And we left a legacy over there. Ha ha ha! That's why Paulie's mad. He's mad because he knows and understands his history. Aha! Dummy. But anyway, boxing, please. Asshole, PTSD. Now, who the GOAT asked, why do I got Sugar Ray Leonard here? Did Sugar Ray Leonard ever have PTSD? Ever? Did anyone ever put that on him in the 80s? I don't recall. I remember being on, there was newsreels, and Stormy could remember this. I know Copper remembers this. There were newsreels. Sugar Ray Leonard might have to retire. He has an injury to his left eye. You'd have thought someone died because Sugar Ray Leonard was the darling. Harold, salute, brother. He was the darling of boxing. And those reports, it's all on YouTube for y'all to see. You'd have thought someone died. The way they were talking about Sugar Ray Leonard possibly having to retire for his left eye injury, it was the same mood when Magic Johnson announced that he had HIV. And I was like, oh man, that's bad. He might have to retire. Oh, well. Well, guess what? He didn't retire. He didn't win all his fights moving forward, but he didn't retire. That's why I have him in the meme pointing at his right eye. And what does the meme say? I had one good eye and I still fought. Nobody said he had PTSD. Not even Tommy Hearns. Nobody said that. But I'm going to say something that might make people real mad. But it's a discussion to be had. Did anybody say that Marvelous Marvin Hagler had PTSD after he lost to Sugar Ray Leonard? He said, I won that fight. Screw you guys. I'm going to Italy. And I swear to God, he went to Italy. And he might have done a couple of appearances, but he hasn't been in no gyms. He didn't train no fighters. He didn't do no guest appearances like at shows until later. He walked away from the sport and said, screw you guys. I'm out. He left the whole country. Wow. Did he have PTSD? Just asking. They're throwing this thing around. I want y'all guys to understand this is a fucking smear campaign to the highest level. And I told y'all this when I started doing content. I said, it doesn't matter if you're black. It's open season on that ass. Floyd Mayweather Jr. was active at the same time as Andre Ward. They got the same level of hate. Main Biker in that super chat, he said, Chick said, Paulie need a pecker, not a cracker. That's what it was. Yeah, Paulie, you could trick and spend money on the chick and buy her all of this shit. They will smash the dude that ain't worth nothing if it means he's rearranging her spinal cord. I mean, come on, bro. You should know this. But back to my original point. It don't matter if you're black. Ward and Mayweather got the same amount of hate. Why do you hate Floyd? I'm looking at the work in the ring. Why do you hate him? Oh, because he's spending money and he thinks it's all about money and money, money, money. No one cares about your money. And fuck you, he arrogant. I don't care. I don't care. I don't care. I hope he loses. I'm like, whoa. Let's swear real Baltimore in the building. Salute. I'm like, damn. Well, what is your problem with Andre Ward? He's not active. He's always injured. I'm like, yeah, but he's not throwing money at the screen, and he's also undefeated, and you know, he actually has a higher KO ratio than Floyd. And you saying Floyd don't fight anybody, which isn't true, but they don't understand boxing. And you know, but I say, well, you know, Andre Ward won the Super Six. All the dogs was in the Super Six, and he won it. Oh, well, the Super Six was 1,000,000 years ago. Meanwhile, I'm talking to a Gennady Golovkin and Lomachenko fan. Why did I bring that up? Easy. If the Super Six was 1,000,000 years ago, both of those motherfuckers from Who Give a Fuckistan, their amateur careers was from 3,000,000 years ago. Because when they market those white Europeans over here, the first thing they do is tell us how many amateur fights they have. He went 1,004 in 3 losses. I don't care. Just spark salute. I don't care. I don't care. Means nothing. It means nothing. But that's your marketing scheme for these guys? Fine. So when they get here, all we want to see them do is the work, and they're barely doing the work. Barely doing the work. But they're celebrated more than the black American fighters that were born on this soil, and some of the black American fighters win tournaments. They're Olympics, they're Olympians with medals, and they have belts. But you roll out the red carpet for Vasily Lomachenko, who lost his second pro fight. And what do we get in return? we get lies like this. How the fuck do you get to 14-0 with 10 knockouts? And we all watched you lose to Orlando Salido. And by the way, you remember that term, get it back in blood? Did anyone tell this motherfucker to get that win back from Orlando Salido? No, because I was in chat groups where they were saying he don't need to. He was winning the second half of the fight and Salido was cheating. And all I said was, man, run it back. He made a mistake, but run it back. End him. Pick up where he left off. No, we good with it. Okay. Okay. So I know what I'm dealing with here. So get it back in blood. Email champion. PTSD. He ain't fight nobody. All of those things are reserved for who? Who do you normally hear that for? This whole meme is a double-edged sword. This whole thing. Nobody said Manny has PTSD. They want to see him fight right now. Salute to Blue Blood Sports TV. He just informed us yesterday. Y'all know Vasily Lomachenko's coming back? So now his back works. No. Really? And then he said, I'm not fighting Manny Pacquiao out of respect. Wow! He has respect! Wow! Wow. Respect? Y'all watching this? It's in real time. Hey, Tank fans, how you feel about that? He's coming back. You want that smoke? What else is Tank gonna do? That's a whole nother conversation. You see, everybody falls on their own words. Sometimes you don't have to lift the finger. How many times I tell y'all that? Time reveals all truth. Now this motherfucker coming back? Huh? And by the way, everybody in this meme has losses. Every last one of them. Every last one of them. Not one time has anybody said that these guys have PTSD. And some of these guys got so many losses or has lost so bad in the ring, you could say, hey man, he may have PTSD. Ricky Hatton got flatlined by Pacquiao. Anthony Durrell, the last time we saw him in the ring, Caleb Plant slept him badly. And I think they had a personal money bet on that, if I remember correctly. I could be wrong. Did you pay him? Miguel Cotto has lost. Matter of fact, the last time we saw Miguel Cotto in the ring, he lost. Nobody put the PTSD on him. Email champion. You put it on Devin. How did Tank get that WBA strap? Isn't that Devin's old strap? He ain't fight him for it. He damn sure ain't do that. Right? Forget PTSD with Ricky Hatton. That dude offed himself. And y'all still ain't saying he had PTSD. The man's gone. He's dead. But y'all reserve that for Devin, who put out after Ryan Garcia cheated him. He says, I want that Ryan work, but since he's still dealing with the suspension and the drugs and all that shit, we can wait. I'm going to put out this list. I still want that, but I'm going to put out this list. And we knew all the names on the list. You ain't ready? Next. You ain't ready? Next. You ain't ready? Next. Brian Norman, you ready? Brian said, I'm your Huckleberry. They're fighting. And y'all got a problem? And y'all got to lie on him about that? Y'all got to lie on Devin about that shit? Oh, Turkey, he said, I ain't dealing with that shit no more. You got to fight. Shut up. Y'all are lying. And the haters are just hating. That's not what happened. He was just next. Keep it simple. Y'all saw the list. Everyone prior to Brian was not ready. Brian was ready. That's why I saluted Brian. I said, oh, he's taking the fight. Great. I fucks with that. But y'all dumbasses, and I'm talking about the Tank fans who magically gravitated to Brian Norman Jr.'s dick. Y'all niggas. Y'all made this ugly. We can't have shit. We should be celebrating and high-fiving. And if you're Team Norman, that's fine. If you're Team Haney, that's fine. But it got to be a goddamn gang war. There you niggas go making white folks right. Whole time, we supposed to be celebrating these two kings, and meanwhile, I'm hearing that niggas on BFTV's panel excusing Tiafimo and Ryan. Had to be Tank fans. Because these motherfuckers called us monkeys and bananas and all kinds of shit. Tank ain't do nothing. He ain't pressed Ryan. Well, he fought Ryan. He drained the fuck out of him. But he said nothing to Tio. Nothing to him. Do you know Tiafimo was unified champion at one point? Why didn't fucking Tank swoop in and say, let me get that? Fuck Devin, let me get that. Do you know why? Because if he fought and beat Tio, Devin was the real WBC champion. Devin would have been his responsibility. He didn't want it. But I got niggas high-fiving with these dudes. You thought I forgot? Shakur? Keyshawn? Thought I forgot? The world is 360 degrees. It's happening in real time. I'm watching this unfold. I'm watching what's going to happen to you niggas. Do not be surprised when something strange happens to you niggas. Because it's what you put out. Devin is getting what he deserves because all I see is the work. All of that talking shit, man, that comes with the game. I can ignore that. I'm not involved in that. I'm not immersed into that. I want to see the work. The reality is before Devin left 135, they wanted that Shakur work. Shakur said, no, thank you. I know my worth. I said, okay. You fought Dena Santos in what the people call the stinker, and all I said was, hey, man, I'm not going to say Shakur was boring, but I'm wondering about that bag. I'm wondering, the money he made fighting Edwin Dena Santos, was it the same money that he was going to make fighting Devin with the bigger prize? What happened to y'all fighting for your integrity? What happened to y'all fighting because you want belts? Oh, what's the business? Devin took his ass to Australia twice to win undisputed. The first time he went, he didn't even have his camp with him. He barely had his corner. They stopped this cut man at customs, y'all. Do y'all know that? And then he went back to defend it. Y'all don't talk about that. Your favorite fighter don't do that. Shakur didn't even want to be the B-side. He had nothing to offer, bro. But he knows his worth. Devin's going to other countries, being just fighting. He built the legacy, and the money's now coming. Turkey out of Sheik noticed that and told y'all niggas. Ain't no one making him fight Brian. He says, I fucks with Devin. He didn't say that word, but he says, I love Devin because Devin will fight anybody. Y'all said Devin too big. Now he's fighting at 147. He is systematically disarming all your arguments, and all y'all left with now is PTSD. Let me ask you a question. If he goes in there and beats the shit out of fucking Brian Norman Jr., then what? Then what? I'll be here listening. I know what's going to happen. If he knocks out Brian Norman Jr., and don't think that that's not a reality, that can possibly happen. But if he stops him, if he makes him look bad, y'all niggas gonna be saying he's still too big, go to fucking 54 or 60. I know y'all already. I've been here before. You niggas ain't shit. You niggas ain't shit. And I'm gonna call it out every time I see it. All this talk about PTSD. Y'all don't know what the fuck it is. BFTB can tell you about PTSD. Coach Hudson jumping out of fucking airplanes can tell you about PTSD. My brother IROC can tell you, anybody in the military, Copper, IROC, all my military brothers in the chat, Terrence Bailey, y'all can all tell me about PTSD. I got uncles that can tell me about PTSD that was in the military. I don't know shit about that. I can't relate. I've never been in a car and you chatting and singing one day, and next thing you know, you hit a landmine, and the dude, you're like, yo, man, they're shooting at us, and you try to grab your dude and yank him out, and it's half his body. He ain't make it. And you got to go home with that on your mind. This is boxing, man. Not to say that a loss can't affect you. It can. But you're applying it to the wrong person. All I see is the work. You want this kid to fail. And a lot of it is y'all niggas. You want Devin to fail, but you talk up a low-life nigga like Tank Davis, and at the same time you defend Ryan Garcia and Teofimo Lopez? What planet are y'all from? What planet are y'all from? Because you ain't from Earth. You can't be. You can't be. All this ridiculous talk, PTSD and Devin Haney. And that nigga, as a matter of fact, I left BFTV's chat as soon as he started talking about this coon-ass nigga that comes back every day to get cursed out and put backstage. Black Truth, who I think is a white guy, by the way. And then, because I want to suck Lomachenko dick. Yeah, go on! Yeah, man, come on! Yeah, man, come on! Yeah, man, come on! Yeah, man, come on! Better than that! CJ Robinson, salute, man. Jamal, salute. Just to digress on that for a moment. My stance on that guy is he's playing in y'all face. He ain't playing in my face. He calls himself Black Truth. When he got called out on that name enough, he changed it. Right? He never shows his face. He sounds like Yogi Bear. The one time he did speak to Bill, if y'all can find it, he stopped the whole panel. He said, "You with the voice." You know what that was? That was shots fired. Because he hears what I hear. That's not his real voice. He's hiding it. He's not black. And then you look at his avatar, it's a Japanimation face in blackface with purple fucking hair. That dude is an op. He might be a Google mod. That dude is an op. I ain't gonna play with him. I made sure I blocked him off all my channels. I ain't even gonna play with him. Because what fucking grown-ass man gets cussed out habitually, put backstage, gets timed out, and he comes back every day? That is a mental disorder. Or he's an op. And to lay that argument to rest, because I heard it yesterday, because he stands on this. Devin Haney's a liar because he went to 140 instead of staying until the end of the year. Can I ask y'all a question? When did Devin drop those belts at 135? What part of the year it was? What part of the year was it? It was in December, right? It was in December. He said, "I'm holding the belts until the end of the year, and then I'm leaving." It was December. Was it December? I think it was like December, the first or second week. Hold on 1 second, y'all. Hold on 1 second. I gotta take this call. It was December, right? Okay. So isn't that not the end of the year? What the fuck was Devin supposed to hold him to the belt until when? New Year's Eve, when the ball dropped? Right before the ball dropped, you let the belts go? He tried to make the Shakur fight. Heard he done beat the shit out of Loma, because that's what he's mad at. He tried to make the fight with Shakur. Shakur said no. It was the end of the year. Shakur said no. Don't make him a liar. Your man said no. He said, fuck it, I'm going to move on. Shakur's the fight we want. He just won undisputed. Shakur was running around talking about sign the contract. Remember that? So he beats the shit out of Loma. And then he goes back and says, all right, let's fight about it. I know my worth. Okay. So you don't want to fight? Let me get this straight. You're getting a shot at 4 belts at undisputed. It's going to be your highest payday, right? It's going to be, I bet you it was going to be more than what he made against Edwin De Los Santos, right? And you were going to be on pay-per-view for the first time in your life. And Devin was drained at 135. It was definitely a fight that Shakur could have won. So although Devin's the A side, he's still giving you an opportunity. Shakur didn't take it because of money. When have you heard Devin say, I'm not taking this fight because of money? When have you ever heard Devin say that? When? When? That's right, Aaron. They said, I F that. Let's go after Raquete. And what did they tell him? What did Subadel Matias tell him? You remember when Bill pulled up on my live? Remember that? He said, we want that smoke. They said, Subadel's hands are broken. They're healing. But in 2 weeks, we'll fly you out to Arizona or some shit and we could talk business. Like we ain't got phones and Zoom meetings and shit like that. They had to fly Bill out to Arizona. And remember I had the countdown? I said, this is the longest 2 weeks in my life. We got into 2024, right? Then motherfuckers said that Bill was capping about that. Then we had Peter Khan lying, calling up Bill and saying, hey man, let's have this fight. Now, y'all remember that? Peter Khan? I said, wait, Bill said I was in touch with him, but Peter Khan called Bill. And then come to find out Peter Khan had nothing to do with Matias' team. When that information came out, y'all still didn't apologize. Yo, apologies, y'all don't do shit like that. Y'all don't say, hey, oh man, I was wrong about that. Y'all don't do shit like that. Y'all just don't. Y'all eat your biscuits and chicken, and y'all ignore it. Y'all move the goalposts. Y'all remember when I pulled Peter Khan up on BoxRec and I said, look, I'm not telling y'all to troll him. I'm not doxing him, but here's his place of business number and fax and email. Just ask him. What happened with Team Haney and Team Matias? Just ask him. Did y'all do it? I know y'all didn't do it. I did, and I got no response. Team Matias said, this guy don't work with us. He was trying to play real estate agent. He was trying to, create a meeting of the minds. Hey, I got y'all together. Can I get 100,000? Can I get 50,000? Can I get 10,000? Can I get that? And the fight never happened, by the way, in case you're wondering. But that wasn't DHP's fault. Oh, Subadel, he killed someone in the ring. And Subadel. Devin said, I want that smoke. And what happened? Raquete. That's what happened. The fight didn't happen. So now Devin has moved on. Because remember, Super Dale killed someone in the ring, right? Devin ain't want it, right? They tried to pursue it. And they didn't make it happen. And now we on to the next. He's gone up again. At 47, he went down the fucking list. Brian said, I'm your Huckleberry. They're about to fight. And now all of a sudden, Devin about to get killed. When are y'all going to be tired of being wrong? You know, rhetorical question. We about to see. Because when Devin hangs it up, y'all going to have a history of just hating on a brother, and all I'm going to see is him having a Hall of Fame resume. That's all I'm going to see. And you're going to take that hate to your grave because your favorite fighter ain't do a quarter of the shit that Devin is doing. Devin could retire right now. And Loma ain't shit compared to him. Shakur ain't shit compared to him. Tank ain't shit compared to him. And I can go on and on and on. Rakete, he ain't shit compared to him. Teofimo ain't shit compared to him. I keep telling y'all, allow this shit to be organic. Watch boxing. Stop picking favorites. I fuck with Devin heavy because I see the work. I respect the work. Why do you think I say Miguel Cotto's an instant classic? He's a Hall of Famer. I saw the work. He didn't win all his fights, but I see the work. Why do you think I fucks with Juan Manuel Marquez? He didn't win all his fights, but check the resume. I see the work. I can't say that about Tank. When you got over 15 fighters, you didn't fight, and they were all around you for the last 6 years. And you're like, no. Man, I respect K-Dub playing before I respect a lot of these clowns. That man don't duck no smoke. Fuck you talking about? Oh, you on Bill's payroll. Man, if I was on Bill's payroll, y'all would know it. First of all, I'll show y'all my gold chain. Everybody that's on this payroll got those. Have y'all seen those chains? I ain't got one. Hell, BF ain't got one. And watch this. If anybody was on his payroll in the LDBC, it'd be BFTB. And he ain't got one. But what do we know about the Gravedigger? He respects the work. Because if they was fucking up, you think we'd be talking them up? For what? For what? I'm not putting my integrity on the line for no fucking body. You bugging. You out your goddamn mind. How I look big enough Tank when he had all this food on the table? And then when you do ask him or his people, man, why you ain't fight? You know, Loma, like in 2019, what happened? Oh, you's a bitch ass nigga. Why you being soft? No, nigga, you're the fighter. And he was aggressively calling you out. And I actually think you will whoop his ass. I saw what Salido did to him. You can't do to him what Salido did to him? Wait a minute, man. And then you mad at me? Hold on a minute, man. What's going on? Well, first of all, I'm a grown-ass man. You ain't going to violate me. I'm not going to be on some fuck shit like, oh, now we're family fights. Nigga, you not my family. I'm a supporter of the sport. Now I'm questioning your heart. Now I'm questioning your integrity. Now you're looking like a whole marketing scheme. When a reporter asks you what you're going to do at Lomachenko, and Floyd cuts in and you get quiet. And Floyd starts talking about paydays and how old Loma has, how old he is, and how he got to fight right now. And we trying to get paid. That's exactly what he said. But they're going to tell you in the same breath, oh, we not ducking or dodging. Man, shut up. You can't word salad me. I know what I heard. This shit is so simple. You niggas pick favorites. You hold on to these slogans like PTSD and Email Champion. All these motherfuckers that y'all, all these slogans you put on Devin. Your favorite fighter has easily walked that line. Mr. Mont, the real OG Mr. Mont in that super chat. Much love. Salute. Thank you so much. I could put that on all your fighters. Y'all never said that about Caleb Plant after the Benavidez fight, after the Canelo fight. Y'all never said that about him. I got fighters talking shit about how Devin fought Ramirez. Mission accomplished. He got out that fight unscathed. He hit and didn't get hit, and he was unscathed, and he was ready for the Ryan rematch. Who fucked up that night? Ryan. He lost a boxing match to Rolly Romero, and y'all talking about PTSD on Devin? That's how I know this is a smear campaign. It backfires on y'all 100%. Y'all gonna see what I'm talking about. And all of you fly-by-night, brand new Norman fans, and I'm not talking about the real Norman fans. I'm not talking about my brother Tay Jones, because I saw some nigga in 78's chat yesterday talking some shit. Don't start no bullshit. I'm not talking about... Tay Jones been telling me about Brian Norman before y'all niggas knew who Brian Norman was. He was telling me about that brother, like a little after the pandemic. I've been knew about Brian Norman. I've been knew. Y'all didn't know, because Tay Jones been telling me about him. I've been knew. So don't start no mess. Stop it. All you motherfuckers jumping on his dick now, y'all not doing him a service. And truth be told, he don't give a fuck about y'all. Because that kid is an old soul. And I'm not talking about what Senior's doing. I'm talking about him. That kid is an old soul. He's not into like the fashion that some of you kids are in it. Like you know, some cats are sneakerheads. I'm not. One of my buddies, he got every pair of Jordans and foam posits. He has it in his man cave. He got all these sneakers. That's just what he does. It's just not me. Brian Norman's an old soul. He don't give a fuck about that. He wants to get in there and get to the business. That's it. I respect that. Y'all are not doing him no favors. Y'all are jumping on his bandwagon because you don't like Devin. And the majority of y'all are Tank fans. Stay over there, man. Don't taint this guy's a fan base. You guys are disgusting. Let his fan base be organic. There's no room for you fake-ass Tank Davis fans jumping on his balls. Because I'm going to tell you what spawned from that. Unrealistic expectations. But we're going to talk about that on Friday. I ain't got no problem with Brian Norman. This is just a fight to me, and I'm going to make a pick. That's it. That's it. Two young kings are meeting. I'm talking about the fight. I'm not talking about anything else. I'm talking about Junior and Devin Haney. I'm not talking about shit else. I'm going to have an open panel, and I'm telling y'all right now, don't come up here with no bullshit. We're talking about who wins and why. That's it. Some of y'all niggas like to inherit beef like you're actually in the middle of it. No, you're a supporter of the sport. Act accordingly. And I'm going to be very clear when I say this. BFTB, my brother BFTB's beef with Senior, that's between them. What Senior said about 78, that's fucked up. That's fucked up. Senior's in his feelings. Fine. That's separate from Devin Haney and Junior fighting in the ring. That's separate. Do y'all understand what I just said? Do y'all understand what I just said? Can I get a yes in the chat? Do you get it? Some of you guys got to stop, man. Once upon a time, Sergey Kovalev was the best light heavyweight in the world. You think I like saying that? But was it not true? You think I like watching Bernard Hopkins looking like a deer caught in the headlights, getting beat, literally getting the shit beat out of him for 12 rounds versus Kovalev? You think I like to see that? Well, now I go back and watch the replay because Bernard is the ultimate coon. But back then, when he was the kufi wearing Muslim, I said, damn, I ain't like that. But it was a reality. Watch boxing, y'all. Watch boxing. Watch boxing. What that man said about the general was foul. You know, the shit with BF, I don't like it. It's fucked up. What I'm telling y'all in the chat is, it's not your beef. Some of you just don't understand it. And maybe that's for the better. Let's talk about the fight. Because you know why I'm saying to see it, but move on from it. You know why I'm saying that? Because you're not going to solve it. That's for them to solve. You get what I'm saying? That's for them to solve. Let's talk about the fight, though. Let's talk about the fight. And I ride with my brothers. If you're confused, I ride with my brothers. Fuck that. But let's talk about the fight. Because this done got ugly now. Whatever. But I'm out this bitch, man. Salute to everybody in the Venmo, the Zelle, the Cash App, the Super Chat. I got new content up on my Patreon. I might do pep talk tonight. Go subscribe to Bear Cave Entertainment. Go follow me on Rumble. Cause some things I might go live one morning straight from Rumble because I have more freedom over there. Cause between Miguel and Jerome and that rainbow flag, you know, they don't like it when we speak the truth. So salute to everybody in the Venmo, the Zelle, the Cash App, the Super Chats. Thank you for the birthday wishes. Shout out to Nonito. Me and him share the same birthday, November 16th. He's overseas right now, training for his fight on December 17th. Our brother about to kick somebody's ass. Salute to y'all, man. Much love. And fuck these labels. Y'all have a good day. Bronx on deck.
Move! Why are you gay?
Who says I'm gay?
You are gay.